So I'm ready.
Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna record. Hold up.
You're ugly. Why do you want me to post
Okay,
scans?
I'm recording now.
Why do you want me to post scans?
We can post it in Metacourt. That's where we posted
That's a
yesterday.
call. Hold up. I'll find it.
That's the main chat.
Oh, just the main chat. Oh, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so True, you are taking the stance that DCEU Superman would beat MCU Thor, right?
Yep.
Okay, you want to go first with like going over strength?
I mean, I guess we'll start with speed since I guess that'll be the easiest. Right. I'll start.
Speed? It doesn't matter.
I'll start, and I think I'll start with immeasurable speed Superman.
Okay.
Based on him scaling to Flash, who can run through time with speed. What? Do you have a counter for? What do you have Thor at?
For what?
What do you have Thor at for speed?
You can put them at inaccessible if you want, or immeasurable, but can you show me the Flash using that in a combat sense or anything?
Why does it need to be a combat sense? We know that this Flash doesn't know how to fight properly, right? He doesn't have much combat speed, so everything that we know he can do is just running.
Can you also provide time, like what Snyder said about time?
What do you mean? What Snyder said about time?
Because I think Snyder said it was a device.
What do you mean? I don't know this statement. Hold on, I'll get the because there's a scan from the this is from like the bonus features where they talk about how I'll post it. Sorry, give me a second. These are the two scans.
And also, I don't believe Flash displayed that power until like a future.
This is supposed to be Flash from the Justice League, right? Because that's the only time.
Yeah, but it's future Flash. It's not regular Flash.
What do you mean future Flash? Because in this he's talking about the powers that he discovers, right? In this movie, because he hasn't.
Yeah, so that'd be future. It wouldn't be current.
No, it would be.
That's silly.
It would be
That's
Flash
like
from Justice
me
League.
saying.
It'd be
That's like
powers he
saying
discovered.
toddler Splash scales to grown man Splash strength. Like that'd
No.
be silly.
I said it's Justice League Flash is who goes back in time to talk to Batman. Right?
Future Flash.
Yeah, what do you mean future? Why do you keep saying future?
Because that's Flash in the future.
Flash from what future?
Flash goes back in time to talk to Batman.
Yes.
Right? That's a different Flash. That's like Flash from the future.
What future? You keep saying future. It's Flash from Justice League.
Okay, if you go back in time, that means you start from a different time period, right?
Yes,
And
the Flash in Justice League.
That would be suggesting that it's future.
So what happens is he comes back and talks to Batman, right, to tell her about Lois, and then Batman is able to then call Lois to stop him, right?
Yeah, that's the future though. That's something he has in the future. Also, if you want the Snyder thing, it's right there.
Okay.
He had to use a treadmill. He had to use a device.
What does this treadmill do?
This treadmill allows him to travel through time.
Does it state that? Hold on, let me find the.
Yes, it does.
Sonic confirms the film is created man. 5 movies is reported. It's not stopped up on the. I mean, if anyone knows the exact paragraph, I can read it. If I don't know the choose I'm reading it right now. I find the filmmaker Flash. The filmmaker also. Goddamn. Let's see if I can try it. With the Flash using the control back in time and So it says it uses the cosmic treadmill. What does this mean? He uses it.
It's a device to travel in time.
He said it uses it to travel through time, not the device makes him travel through time. Well, what do you mean?
Okay, if I use a car to drive,
if I use a bike to travel through time, I'm still the one powering the bike. Because from what we know about from what we know from the cosmic treadmill is that he uses his speed to power it, right? What?
He just uses the device.
So he just presses a button and it teleports him through time.
He just starts running on it and it lets him travel through time. So that's the device giving him access, not his speed. If it was just his speed, you'd be able to justify it by him inherently traveling by himself. You try harder.
So okay, let me finish.
If you have to use a device to do something, you can't do it inherently on your own. That's stupid.
Well, give me a second. Which is it? No name Twitter. Let me check this. Yeah, Batman is. Even now, Bruce. Flash travels from cave in the future to the cave in the past, but he is too soon, meaning he went back too far. Also meaning he'll have to step off the cosmic treadmill. He will have to step off the cosmic treadmill one more time. I'm not sure what this is meaning. Like, what's he trying to state here? Because from what we know is that he powers the cosmic treadmill with his speed, right? So his speed would.
He
have
has to use a device to do it.
Yeah, but the device is using his speed. So if
But he still has to use the device to time travel.
Yeah, but the device only works off his speed. So
Would
his
you
speed
say
is
it's fair he can't do it off speed alone?
Well, no, the device controls him going through time, but his speed is enough to do that.
He can't do it without the device.
Yeah, but the device can't do it without him. The device is just sat there. What do you mean he needs to?
Okay, they both need it, but he can't do it with his speed alone.
Yeah, but he does it with his speed. His speed.
No, he doesn't do it with his speed alone.
Is literally, so he uses his speed to power the device to go through time, aka his speed.
He just starts running on the treadmill, and the treadmill activates.
And wait, what do you mean? How can you prove that? All it says is that he uses it.
Because he just runs on a treadmill.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can you show me scans of that, or when it says that? Because all it says is that he uses the treadmill. It doesn't say, oh, he presses a button. Because what if this treadmill is different?
Okay, so you're saying he uses the treadmill, but the treadmill doesn't let him travel through time.
That's not what I said. I said he uses his speed, right, to run in the treadmill, and then his speed is what powers the treadmill.
Okay, so if his speed alone is what allows him to travel through time, which is what is necessary for it to be immeasurable, he doesn't need that treadmill, but he does need it.
What do you mean?
So I'm dismissing your point about him being immeasurable.
But he literally has the speed that lets him go through time.
No, he doesn't. He needs the cosmic treadmill.
He needs the cosmic treadmill to do what?
To travel through time!
But he uses his speed to power the treadmill. If his speed is what's powering it,
Okay, if I step on it and I start running and it activates, then I can travel through time.
Wait, based on what?
It's a treadmill. That's how treadmills work.
So anybody could have ran through time?
Why not?
Okay, could you prove that claim then?
Can you prove he didn't need the
No,
device
stop.
to
No,
travel through time?
no, don't do that. I asked you, can you prove that claim?
Okay, so did you make a truth claim that he could travel through time with speed alone?
No,
did you make a truth claim? True. Did you make a truth claim?
Splash.
Did you make a truth claim?
Hey.
Did you make a truth claim?
Splash. You
didn't make a claim.
Stop.
Okay. So you didn't make a claim he's immeasurable.
Are you not going to answer my question? Are you not going to answer my question?
I don't have to. You have to prove yours. You have to prove it first.
Listen,
prove he can travel with speed alone.
What do you mean through speed alone?
Okay,
I said
just show me Flash traveling through time with speed alone, not with the cosmic treadmill.
Well,
it clearly states he has to use the cosmic treadmill.
It says he uses it, not he has to use it. Now you're adding words that they didn't
Okay,
even put.
So show me that he doesn't need to use it.
I said that we see that he uses his speed on the treadmill, right? Because if he's running and if he's making steps on the treadmill and the treadmill is moving, he'd have to be able to keep up with the treadmill for it to be able to go through time.
So you're telling me that he can move immeasurable without that treadmill?
Yeah.
Okay, where?
We see.
Because he has to use the treadmill.
No, stop. Where does it say he has to use the treadmill? Please, can you bring that up?
Okay, so he can do it without the treadmill. Then why does he use it?
I don't fucking know. Ask Snyder.
Okay, then I'm dismissing your claim. That's
Based
stupid.
on what? Based on what?
Do you have anything else? Can you show me something else? Can you show me something else? Because you can't prove it. He can do it with speed alone.
You're dismissing the claim.
You can't prove he can do it with speed alone.
I said.
You can't prove it.
I've said that we see him run through time, and even the actor when in one of the bonus features at the end of the movie says, yeah, this dude can travel through time, right? He discovers one of his
with the
abilities.
cosmic treadmill.
Yeah, but he has to be able to keep up with the treadmill.
No, he just has to run on it.
Yeah, he has to run up to be able to keep up with the treadmill. If the treadmill's running through time and he can't keep up with it,
no, if it's activated by running on it, right, and then it just travels through time, that's not a speed thing.
Can you prove that's what happens then?
Can you just prove
no,
to me
stop,
he can
Splash,
run
for the
through
love of
time
God,
with speed
stop.
alone?
No, Flash.
Can you just do that for me? That's all I ask you.
You keep saying that he just steps on it and it activates. Can you prove that? Can you not shift the burden of proof? Prove that claim. Okay, or do you not? That's not what happens.
Are you denying that you have to prove he can run through time with speed alone?
Listen, you can't keep shifting the burden. You
Is
made a
that
claim
what
and
you're saying? True, just say yes or no.
No, Splash. I'm literally asking you a very pointed,
I
specific
presented
question.
evidence. Okay, here,
I'm
slow
asking
down.
you a very
I
specific
presented
question.
evidence. I presented evidence he didn't do it with speed alone.
No, you.
I'm asking you to please counter that with proof he did it with speed alone.
You prevented evidence that he uses a treadmill, right? And the treadmill, he has to run on the treadmill, right? We're assuming he has to run. We're making some assumptions.
He has to use the treadmill,
Yeah,
correct?
so he uses the treadmill to run using his speed.
So he can't do it with speed alone. I'm asking you to please show me where he could do it with speed alone.
What do you mean speed alone? He's using his speed to power the
Yeah,
treadmill.
that's what's required for it to be a measurable speed.
Yeah,
is
his
him
speed
doing
is
it
what.
with his
Stop.
speed alone.
He has a device that he powers with his He has a device that he powers using.
Powers with what?
With his speed.
Can you prove that? Can you prove that?
Because he runs on the treadmill, right?
Can you prove that? Can you
What do you
prove that?
Oh, okay. So how does he use the treadmill? Since you brought up the point.
Yeah, prove it's his speed because he also produces kinetic energy.
What do you mean produce? What produces kinetic energy?
He produces kinetic energy when he runs.
So how does he produce?
Create friction
How does he produce kinetic energy?
by running.
So it
That's
would be
like
his, so it'd be the power of his speed. The fuck are you talking
No,
about?
it wouldn't. It would be the motion. It wouldn't be the speed itself.
What motion of what? Motion of his running, aka his speed.
Just
What the fuck?
moving. Just moving. That
Him
doesn't make it
moving
immeasurable.
using speed, dog. Please, he moves using speed.
Okay, that has nothing to do with speed.
Him running has nothing to do with speed, huh?
No, his speed isn't what dictated him traveling through time.
Yeah, can
just
you
moving.
prove that then? Because you brought
Just
up this.
moving.
Stop. You brought up this guy saying he used it, and then I asked you how did he used it? How did he use it? My bad. How did he use it? And you haven't brought up evidence for that. So I'm assuming he ran on it, right? So he runs on the treadmill, and then the treadmill lets him go through time.
With the cosmic rays?
Wait, hold up. What's this from?
It's if you look up Barry Allen cosmic treadmill movies.
Okay, where's their source for this?
Let me get it.
If this is from a random wiki, they'd have to prove the source. I don't know who.
Well, you can't prove he can run through with speed alone. So I'm comfortable.
Okay, so you brought up this point, right? And I'm saying that we see the Flash's powers is to run, and we see that he's that like posted the scans of the actor in the bonus feature saying he can run through time. And even if you bring up the cosmic treadmill, I can just say, okay, yeah, he runs with the treadmill, then moving through time, aka giving back out to immeasurable speed. So I don't know what this is from. I don't know who wrote this or whatever. Because I mean, if this is from a random wiki, I could probably like make an account and go and change it too. So I don't know why we're.
Okay, go do that then.
I said I could. I didn't say I will. I don't even know where this is from. Okay, hold up, stop. Are you now denying that people can't just change wikis?
Here you go. Well, if that's where it came from, here you go.
I don't know where it came from. I'm asking you.
So are we gonna presuppose?
Here you go. You haven't
since
posted
it's the
anything.
hold on. Here, hold on. Are we gonna presuppose that, like, the cosmic treadmill most likely assumption is it has some way of operating similar to the comics
No, why would he do that?
because these are based on comic book characters.
Okay, so based on the comic books characters, Superman could destroy a universe. So do we just assume DCU Superman's universal?
So what are you gonna assume for this treadmill and what
I mean,
validates
I'm
it?
assuming that. Okay, we know that it's a treadmill that he runs on it. That's all we can know.
Okay, so the closest thing you have for like an explanation of the treadmill is the cosmic rays power it, and it's
Yeah. So the
powered
cosmic
through
rays.
vibration.
Where's this from? This is from.
from vibrations.
Okay, so this is from the Flash. This is from the comics. I don't know
Comics,
why.
yeah.
Why would I care about the comics? Things don't operate.
Well,
the
if you
same.
have a safer presumption, you can present
What-
it. That's fine.
What? Okay, so I'm
On how the cosmic treadmill works.
I no. Why would do we even know if any of these things exist in the comics? What are you talking about?
What, the cosmic treadmill? Yeah, just show
So
you.
no,
Just click on that link and
not
read
exist in the comics. Like how this function? Why would it function the same in the movies? We know things don't
it.
always function
Well, yeah,
the same.
just show me something
things
like that
things
would
like
that would show it'd be logical otherwise.
no, you can't bring up a point and then tell me to disprove your point. I'm saying why would we assume that things in the comics and things in the movies work the
Because
same?
we have no other information to operate
So then we
off
don't-
of.
so
But
then
we
we-
know
so-
it's based on DC Comics.
Yeah,
So
and
why wouldn't it be
so,
based
hold
on
on.
how the machine works?
Based on doesn't mean it's factual. Doesn't mean everything follows. So if you're bringing up,
Oh,
the
I
point-
would agree with that. Yeah,
Okay,
like
sure.
Superman's not universal. Yeah, I
Okay,
agree with that.
Sure, fine. That doesn't matter. What we're doing here is, right, you said, hey, this is the cosmic treadmill. It works like this in the comics. Did you pay? Also, did you pay for this? Who the fuck is this retard? Oh, it's Warrior Legend, whatever. Sorry, my bad. God damn. So, the cosmic treadmill works a certain way in the comics. Now, and you're saying the cosmic treadmill exists inside the exists inside the movies, why are we assuming that it works the same, even though we have no evidence to say that it does?
Yeah,
have
I
no-
need something to contradict because at
No,
the beginning
stop.
of the movie it
That's-
says based on DC Comics.
Sure. Based on, does that mean it works the same?
Yeah, so I would just assume logically, just follow like logical
based on-
reasoning, that since we have nothing else to show us any further information, the safest bet, the safest logical follow through to that is that it's based on the comic book
Yeah,
iteration.
it's based on the
And
comics.
it makes sense. Yes, and it makes sense because he can't do it with speed alone.
Okay, no, that's if you're presuming he can't do it with speed alone, right? So
Yes, I'm presuming because he needs the treadmill
there's
to
a couple points here, right? First of all, you're using headcanon to say that it works this way. Second of all, the safest assumption that we can make without knowing anything about the comics would be like, okay, this character uses this treadmill, and we know this character runs, so this character must run on the treadmill to then use this powers to go through time.
Yeah, and I gave you an explanation about how it works in the comics.
Yeah, then why would I care about the comics? We don't have anything to contradict my...
Because it's based on
We don't
DC
have-
Comics, dude, and we have no other information to contradict. So that's the safest
no,
presumption.
it's,
It works like it does in the comics.
Just because something doesn't contradict doesn't mean it's not. It's true. What the hell?
That's not the laws of logic?
Wait, so it's
Until
okay.
something is
Sorry, my
presented
bad.
otherwise,
Okay, hold on.
84
Sorry.
dummy.
Yeah, no, my Superman has irrelevant speed, right? Once he's been resurrected, and we have nothing to contradict since his speed blitz everyone. So now, do we now have Superman?
Yeah, we
irrelevant?
have something that contradicts he
What-
doesn't
what-
have a relevant speed. Yes, we do.
What contradicts that?
He's been hit by Zod.
No, I said after he gets resurrected, he doesn't get hit by anybody, and he speed blitzes everybody once
He's
he gets
equal
resurrected.
with Flash. Flash
not-
doesn't
no,
have
he's
anything
not.
irrelevant.
He's not equal to Flash.
He had to move out of the way of what's his face.
He has to move out of the way for what? Wait, so
And
dodging?
how's that make him irrelevant?
Wait, why? No, I'm saying that we don't have any evidence to contradict it, so he's irrelevant.
We don't have any truth behind it either.
Oh, so
You
we
don't
need,
have any
so
facts.
you need a truth claim to make
Yes,
something true.
and I have
okay.
proof that something based on DC
Yeah,
Comics
and
works
based
that
on
way.
DC Comics,
Absolutely,
Superman
I
has
presented
irrelevant
that.
speed. Superman has
Based on
irrelevant
DC
speed.
Comics is the movie.
Yeah, so yeah, it's based on Superman, right? And when Superman resurrects in the comics, he has irrelevant speed. So there, yeah, my character has irrelevant speed. What does your character have?
Okay.
My character has
Your
irrelevant
character
speed.
doesn't have a relevant speed.
No, my character does. My character has irrelevant speed as an outer verse. So what's your character?
How?
have? Because we have
How?
nothing to contradict it.
You have
Post-resurrection
nothing showing
Superman.
that exists.
So-
we have something
No, no,
that
hold on.
proves this item exists in the universe,
Yes,
right?
we
In the
have
movie
something
universe.
to prove that Superman gets
Yes,
resurrected.
the cosmic treadmill.
Superman,
So
hold on.
can you just
Stop.
show me something else
Superman-
contradicting that based
No,
on DC
stop.
Comics it wouldn't
No.
operate the same way? Just
Hold
show me
up.
something,
No,
please.
stop. I'm going to use your logic. DC, the Justice League movie is based on DC Comics, correct? In DC Comics, Superman gets resurrected after fighting Deathstroke. I mean Doomsday, my bad, right? And then after that, he has irrelevant speed and outer-versal feats. So based
Wait,
off that,
he wasn't resurrected. He never died, dude.
Oh no, sorry. I said when I say resurrected, I just meant
Yeah, he never
back.
died, dude.
I just meant he came back.
He never died.
He came back. What do you mean? I just said he.
So
came
it is different. It's inherently different.
Wait, I said he came back, right? He came back after fighting
You
Doomsday,
said he
right?
died, and then I said he didn't.
What do you mean he died? Okay. I see what you're trying to say. So what?
Yeah, so that does contradict.
Okay. So I'll just say that Superman in the comics, right, has irrelevant speed, right, and we have nothing. And post resurrection Superman, he doesn't get tagged by anybody, right? He just casually beats everyone, and he obviously doesn't want to kill people. So that's why he doesn't kill one shot Steppenwolf, right? He's not
Post resurrection had to react to, and he couldn't hit Flash.
What do you mean
He couldn't hit Flash.
Yeah, that's because
Post resurrection could not hit Flash.
that was because he just resurrected. He was still powering up to his outer-versal levels. Once he gets his costume and he
No, there's nothing
he
showing
bathes in the
that
sun.
way.
No, because he
What?
goes to the house when he talks to Lois. He goes to the house. He goes to the house when he talks to Lois and bathes in the sun, aka giving him outer-versal power like the comic Superman. So are we now going to stop? Are we going to stop this retard way of logic, right? Because if you can't,
Ricardo, you literally.
I'm
so
literally
everything
using
you just
your
tried
logic.
To do to debunk
I'm
what
literally
no,
your
you just
logic.
failed. You literally failed, dude. Because I presented something that contradicted the Superman being brought back. First off, he never died, so I
Okay.
contradicted that, which you agreed to. And then your other
okay.
point about never getting tagged, I proved he couldn't tag Flash.
No, I said a weakened Superman couldn't tag Flash. Sure, Superman gets
How,
weakened.
how is he weakened? He just got resurrected, which you said
my
was
bad.
his outer
Yeah,
versal, so he wasn't outer versal.
because but when I said he was outer versal, I brought up the fight against Steppenwolf, which is after. If you remember in the fight, he then goes to bathe. He bathes in the sun when he's at his farm when he's talking to Lois, right? And we know that Superman's powers get amped by the sun, right? In the comics, right? And we know that Superman can get outer versal levels of power, so Superman's outer versal.
Can you show me one instance of him getting outer versal from just the sun?
from just the sun in the comics?
Yeah, I'm about to pee on your
No,
whole
no,
DC
no.
scaling.
It's based on it, right? It's based on it, so it doesn't
We
have to
can
be
go
exact.
based on what?
It's based on Superman gets powers
Based
from the
on
sun.
what? What makes it universal, Drew?
Based on
You're about
Superman,
to get Chirac. What makes it universal?
based on Superman.
What makes it
Based
universal?
on Superman again. It's based on the comics.
But
based on
how
the
is the comics universal?
Oh, are we gonna go to the platonic concept shit?
Yes, you're about to get Chirac. You want to walk this way? You can go this way.
Okay, sure. We can go this way. It's fine. Yeah, I would just say. Yeah, I would just say that platonic concepts would be universal, right? And we know that he can beat people that are above.
Why is it universal, dude?
Okay, so do you want me to get the scans for what platonic concepts are and why they would be?
Yes, and then you're gonna have to explain them.
Okay, sure. Give me a second. Let me go and get them. Fuck, I had them somewhere. What the... Is this really where we're going? Because okay, it's fine. Hold up.
You want to? Yeah, you want to go down that way? You're gonna get that treatment.
Okay, it's fine. Listen,
Want
I'm.
link to the Timaeus?
What'd you say?
You want a link to the Timaeus?
I had the links for the specific scans I wanted. I can't find them though. Give me a sec. Hold up. Open link.
Also, I did give examples why your scaling doesn't even stand anyway.
What examples did you give?
I gave the fact that Flash could avoid him. He couldn't tag Flash.
And then
you
hold on,
didn't
stop.
prove he was
Are you
okay,
pretending I
prove he got
didn't
amped.
counter? Are you pretending I didn't?
But
counter?
yeah, counter with proof then. Counter with proof.
Prove,
I
so
guess
prove
I'll
that
ask for
Superman gets stronger with the sun.
No, prove he went to the sun, got stronger.
I didn't
and
say he
came
went
back.
to the sun. I said he bathed in the sun afterwards because we see him bathing. He's walking through the farm, right? And we see that even like small rays of sunlight in the movie can like give him back his power.
What?
Wait, do you not think like even the smallest rays of sun in the movies can give him back his power?
I don't think that inherently makes the movie character universal. No, I feel
No,
confident. saying.
stop. You said he isn't because right because the Flash he had to he couldn't tag the Flash. Did you say?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need all that evidence, Playboy. I'm gonna need all of that.
Sorry, my bad. What did you say?
I'm gonna need all that evidence. Yeah,
Hold up.
I definitely need all that. This is hilarious. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't understand why we had to go to this because you just said, oh yeah, I'm just gonna make a statement and then. not
Okay,
need to prove it.
all right, yeah, let's simplify it. That's fine.
What'd you say?
So, I said he couldn't travel through time with speed alone,
Based on what?
and you failed to counter that
No,
with him traveling
based
through
on-
time with speed alone.
That's not what happened.
Because he
No.
needed a cosmic treadmill.
Stop. And how does the cosmic treadmill work?
Vibrations, according to the comics, based on
So
DC
then why are we
comics in
using the
movie.
comics? Why are we using comics explanation
Because
for this?
nothing. Because
Why are we
nothing
using comics?
contradicts it.
Why
And
are we?
when you try to
No,
bring
that's
up
not how
examples of
that. You need.
contradiction, I proved it
No,
was
stop.
contradicted.
You need to prove something. You can't just say nothing contradicts it, so it exists. What the fuck?
Okay, do you want me to
you
prove
made
the
a
movies are
claim.
based on DC Comics?
I didn't say
Do
that.
you want
I
me to
said-
prove that?
No, no. Stop
I can
straw
prove that.
manning.
I can help you.
Nigga, stop straw
That's
manning.
not straw manning. What the fuck
Nigga,
are you asking
that's
for?
not what I'm asking. Listen to me, Splash. Listen
Then
to
what the
me.
fuck are you asking?
Listen.
I'm asking for
Listen
evidence
to
that
my
he moved through
words.
speed alone.
Hey, Splash,
Show me that.
Splash, listen to my
Show
words.
me that.
Listen to my words. Sure, it's based on the DC comics. Now, could you give me proof that in the DC movies that Flash is part of, that when he uses this cosmic treadmill, he uses vibrations or uses any of the explanations in the comics? Can you please prove that to me?
Okay.
I'm being very
I can
specific.
prove
that.
I can prove something
No,
very specific.
you can prove
I
something
can
else.
prove
You can
he
prove
needed
this-
a device to travel through time. That's all I need.
And how does this device work?
That doesn't show me how it works. That means he can't just do it without speed alone. Why he
What?
needs it? Because you said I don't know why he needs a device.
No, you're bringing up the device. I'm asking you how it's working.
You
The
didn't
burden
even
is
know
on
he
you.
needed an device. Your
This-
original
you're-
presumption was that he did it with speed alone.
Okay, and then you brought up the device, and I'm saying, oh, okay, he uses this device. How does he use this? Please explain to me.
Why would he need that device if he could do it alone?
Please explain to me how he uses the device.
I'm just asking a question. How could he do it? With,
I don't know.
how could he-
Why
would he need that?
Why do I need to
Okay,
explain?
then I'm
No
dismissing
evidence.
your point because
Why am
you
I?
can't show
but
me
you're-
him doing
no,
it with
stop.
speed alone.
You can't dismiss a point that you can't just because you can't disprove it. What do you mean?
Yes, I can because you can't show me him doing it with speed alone.
No,
you can't. You literally
stop,
can't.
Stop. Dog, listen.
You can't.
He,
Like it's impossible.
he uses the treadmill. I agree. How? You can't bring
Okay,
up. Does,
he
does,
uses
hold up.
the treadmill.
Stop, hold up,
Thank
hold
you.
up.
He needs a device to travel
No,
through time.
stop. I didn't say he needs a device. Don't
Then show me him not
misquote
needing
me.
it. Show me him not needing
No,
it. Because
no.
the logical
Splash.
presumption is he needs it.
Splash, stop running away from the point. Please, for the love of
I'm
God.
not running away from the point. I get
I've
the point.
asked you this question
You have
at least
nothing.
20 times. 20 times I've asked you this, Splash. Maybe not 20, around 20, right? How does he use the treadmill to travel through time?
By activating it, by using it, he has to use it.
How?
By activating it. The
How-
only thing
okay,
we know
sure,
about
sure,
the cosmic
sure, hold
treadmill
up. No, no.
is based on DC
No,
Comics,
hold up. So what we have here,
which is why we have
So-
to reference
so-
DC
so-
Comics until
There-
something
there-
contradicts.
there's a few problems, right? We could, okay. Did he just walk up to the cosmic treadmill and enter the year and enter the date and then press the button and then he went? Did he run on the
Okay,
treadmill?
here,
No,
here.
stop. Did he
Here,
run on
we
the
can
treadmill?
leave it- we can leave
did
this
he
point
go
at
to
this.
his local gas
Here,
station
we
and fill
can
it
leave
up?
this up to your boys to decide, okay? Listen.
Listen,
This
you
is
can't
a
prove
fair
point.
statement to make. This is a fair statement to make.
Yep. What's a fair statement to make?
Flash
Let's see.
needed a device
No.
to travel through
No,
time
I disagree. Can you prove he needed it?
because he had to use it.
Okay, I wear shoes to go outside. Do I need to wear shoes to go outside? He just uses it. I wear shoes when I go outside. Do I need to
So
wear shoes
Flash
outside?
could do it with speed alone. Why didn't he do it at any time throughout the movie?
He did do it. He did do it. He literally did
No,
it.
he didn't. No, he didn't. Future Flash did, not current
Yeah,
Flash,
because
which
he
you're trying
didn't
to
need
scale to.
to. Why would he need to? What?
Why wouldn't he need to?
Why
People
would
were
I?
dying.
What?
People were dying.
What? Wait, yeah, 'cause
Superman was dead.
and then they resurrected him
Why wouldn't he travel through time to do that? Why wouldn't he say, "Yo, I could
because-
just travel through time"?
because he just doesn't. And they also they know they can resurrect him. What are you
Just
talking
doesn't?
about?
That's not logical.
So a Carlton not doing something is not logical. What?
Yes, that's not logical. When he
Okay,
has access to
so
this power, why would he not use it to
how is
solve
it
all
not
their
logical?
problems? Because he didn't use it to solve any of their problems.
Okay, so then why didn't he just get the cosmic treadmill and use that instead?
Because he didn't have it yet.
Okay, when does he
That's
get it?
that's the main
When
point.
does he
We
get
can
it?
even go to this point.
When does he get it?
In the future, we know that for sure. And he starts
when
time
in the
traveling
future?
in the future.
When in the
So
future?
until then,
When in
either
the
two
future?
things happen. One, he doesn't have access to that kind of speed yet. That's a fair assumption to make.
No.
True, you have to admit that's a fair assumption
No.
because he hasn't
I
demonstrated it
disagree.
until the future.
So,
Why? He hasn't
yeah,
shown
no,
it.
people don't demonstrate feats until they demonstrate feats. I agree. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, so he doesn't demonstrate he has that kind of speed.
Until when? When in the future? The next day?
In the
week
future.
after? When in the future?
All we know for sure is not the Flash in the Justice League that hangs out
How
with
do you
Superman.
know?
Because that's a future Flash. And I saw the movie. Just show me him doing it during the movie.
I literally posted the scans a bit earlier. We literally see him talking to Batman. What are you talking about?
And he says, I'm from the future.
Yeah, when in the future? Is he talking about the next day? Is he talking about the next week?
It doesn't matter. It's just not in the movie. It's not the one that Superman scales to.
So what it is right, we have a character uses speed to go through time, and then you said he uses the device, and you still haven't proved how he uses this device. I don't know why you're ducking this
I
point.
just have to prove he has to use the device to
No,
time travel.
how does he have to use the device?
Okay, because nothing else shows that he can just do it on his
no,
own.
no, you have to prove he needs to use it. You can't just say, oh, he just because nothing disproves it means
Dude,
it's true.
that's so silly. That's like me saying, "Oh, you took a plane, right? You took a plane to travel to this country."
Yep.
But it's stupid for me to assume you need that plane to go over the water and travel to that country.
Yes, it would be stupid.
Why is that stupid? It logically follows.
Why would it logically follow? I don't have to take the plane.
Because you would use something else. Just show me him using something else, which would be his speed alone.
No, because you're saying he's using
No,
something.
you're saying no to presenting evidence?
No. Wait, hold up. How many times have I asked you for the same evidence?
I have to provide evidence of your character not doing something?
No, I'm here asking you
You
for evidence.
failed to counter my initial
Splash.
point. You
Splash.
have failed this
how many
entire
times
time.
again? How many times am I gonna ask you? Hey, can you prove that how he uses this device that you're saying he needs to use? Just because he uses something doesn't mean he needs it. And I gave you the example of I wear shoes when I go outside. I don't need to wear shoes. You can take a plane to a different country, but you can also use a boat. Just
So
'cause-
he has demonstrated he can do it without a device.
What do you mean he's demonstrated he can do it without a device?
He has demonstrated the ability to do so without a device, right?
No, from not
When?
what I've seen.
When? Exactly.
What do you mean when? So how
He
does
hasn't.
So how does he use the device then? So we say he uses the
He
device.
just used a device.
How?
He just uses a device.
How?
By using it.
Do you think there's one more?
Why does that
there's-
matter? He can't do it with speed alone. He literally can't do it with
Wait,
speed alone, dude.
so what if he just uses the device to keep him in one spot so that he can run?
Nice
and he doesn't wanna-
hypothetical, dude. Give me actual proof
Oh
that
no,
he can
that's
do
what
it
I'm
with speed
saying.
alone.
I'm saying that you're just leaving this open. You need to give me evidence of how he used it. How
Can
did he
you
use
show
it?
me him doing it without speed alone?
because
If not, I'm dismissing your point.
no, because you actually need to use the treadmill.
Okay, you can't give me evidence of him actually using speed alone.
What do you mean
which is
speed
what
alone?
is necessary.
Stop. How
for
is
it to
okay?
be
Stop. Do you agree that?
immeasurable.
Hold up. Do you?
That is the necessary evidence.
Splash. Do you agree that devices?
That's the necessary evidence.
Splash. Do you agree that devices can be used in multiple?
I will let you talk
Splash,
for as
do
long as you
you-
need to, and I'll give you as long as you need to find this
Do
evidence.
you-
Until then, I will be silent until you can prove it.
Splash. Do you know? Do you agree that a device can be used in multiple different ways? Splash. Hello. Hello. Splash. Hello. Hey. Splash. Hello. Anybody there? Wait, did I lag out? Jade. Anybody? Can anyone hear me?
I told you I'm gonna be quiet until he proves he does it with speed alone.
No,
I'm giving you the
you're
chance.
saying he uses a device, and I'm asking you how you use the device. You can't. I've been asking you this since the start of the debate. Can you stop running from this point? Are you not going to answer my question?
I'm waiting for proof, dog.
Stop.
You got
You're
proof.
waiting.
use
No.
it.
I've been asking you,
You
for
got
proof.
proof,
This,
dog,
I've
use
been
it.
asking
You
you
got
for
proof,
proof.
use it.
Splash. I've been asking you for proof this entire time. I don't know why you're ducking.
You want me to show you proof
are you
that
going
he
to ask?
doesn't use
Are
the
you?
device? I can't do
No.
that because
I
it's
want
not
you to show me
possible.
how he uses the device, please, for the love
I
of
can
God.
show you him having to use a device
No,
to travel
no,
through time. I
I'm
can
not
show you.
having. He doesn't have to, my nigga. That's not what happens. Can you prove
Okay,
he
show
has
me
to?
that he doesn't have to.
No.
Show that he doesn't have
I
to.
don't need to
The
prove
way
a
to do
negative.
that
You're
is to
saying
show
he
me
has
him
to.
doing it.
You
have
you're
to-
saying he has to
prove
use
it
the.
wrong.
You're saying he has to
prove
use.
it wrong.
You're saying he has to.
Proof he
You-
doesn't have to use it.
Listen, proof he doesn't have to. No,
Proof
you're
he doesn't have to
no,
use it is
you're
a positive
saying,
action, idiot.
No.
That's a positive action, idiot. That's something actually happening.
Wait. So
That's
what's
not
a
a
positive?
negative.
What's
Proof he doesn't need it is negated by
no.
him actually doing it without it.
No. You need to prove
That's
that.
an actual
you're-
action, idiot.
Stop. Splash.
Don't
You're-
say, oh, I can't prove a
nigga,
negative. You don't know what you're
I
talking
didn't.
about. Prove
When
it
did I
to
say
do
prove a
with
negative? I didn't never said prove a negative.
You
That's
said
not-
I can't prove a negative.
When
That's not
did
what I'm asking you
okay,
to do,
stop,
idiot.
Stop.
You just said that.
You need to prove, right, that he needs to use this device or how this device is used.
I'm making the logical assumption that he needs a device to travel
Yeah,
through
and
time.
how
because
does he
the only
use this
time
device?
He's time traveled, he used a device.
First of all, I disagree on him needing it because you can't prove that, right? Can you prove he needs it?
Because he had to use it to time travel.
Why does he have to?
Because he can't time travel with speed alone.
Okay, can you show me him
That's
not
a
being able to
logical
time
assumption.
Wait, no. What do you mean?
I can show you him
Stop.
never doing it with speed alone.
No, you can show me him using a device just because I can. Just because you go outside.
Oh my god.
Stop.
Okay,
Because hold up.
Just to get me to shut up, show
Splash.
me him doing it with speed alone.
Splash. So, for example,
That's
right?
all I ask.
Splash.
Please, Lord,
Hey,
give True
Splash.
the ability to show me
Splash. Hey, Splash. Hey.
this. Please, God, give him the ability to show me
Pedo,
this.
shut up. Let me talk. What's wrong with you?
Please,
Hey,
please,
Pedo, let me
show
talk.
me.
Hey.
Please show
Hey,
me.
child diddler, let me talk. What's wrong with you? Nigga.
Please show me.
Hey,
We can
child
debate that too.
diddler. Hey,
You have
hey,
nothing. You
hey.
have nothing.
Hey,
Prove it.
child diddler, listen to me.
Prove it.
Hey,
Prove that
hey,
while you prove.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong
Hey,
with you?
prove that. Prove
Hey,
that while you prove that he can do it
Child
with speed alone.
diddler, can you let me talk?
Prove both things right
Child
now.
diddler, can you let me
Prove
talk?
both things right now.
Hey,
Prove both
hey.
things. I've been trying to give you time to respond. You keep
Hey,
saying
no,
splash.
no.
Hello.
Splash, I've been asking you to prove something
You have
this
plenty of
entire
time to talk and
Are
give me
you-
evidence. I'll wait.
Splash, are you going to prove or not? Because if you're not going to prove, I'm just gonna claim burden of rejoinder because you're failing to prove this evidence that I've been asking you since the start of the debate.
I shall wait for the evidence, bro.
So you're
I'll be
not
quiet for as long as
you're
you
not
need.
going to prove it. So you're not going to prove this.
I can.
So you're
oh
not
my
going to
God.
prove
do you,
it.
Do you want to let your boys
So you're
unmute?
not
You
going
want to
to-
let anyone in here unmute?
What do you mean my boy's in here on mute? I mean,
This is crazy.
What's
You want me to
crazy?
refute something you haven't shown?
no, you're
The only
making
thing
a
you've shown me
point.
is him using a
You
device.
made a point. You made a point, and I'm saying, hey, prove this point.
Yes, I proved it because I proved he can't do it without the device.
No, how?
That's a
why?
logical assumption because he
No.
needs the device to time travel.
No, so the logic. So if I see
Does
somebody
anyone
outside,
else want to give in?
Splash,
Anyone else want
splash.
to weigh in?
Splash. So
Help
because,
him, 'cause he has to go ad hom. This
Splash.
man has
No,
nothing.
designer, shut the
I
fuck up.
think-
Don't. No, GP,
I
shut up.
think
Hey,
the point
nigga,
should
don't jump in.
definitely-
Shut up. Who's this? DP, shut the fuck up. Don't. No one else needs to jump in. Mute, go back on mute, retard.
Actually,
Don't-
I did ask. Actually, I did ask anyone.
All right. First of all, Dork, shut the fuck up.
The evidence he does it with speed
Alright,
alone.
so
is bad.
designer, go back on mute. I don't want to talk to
So
Splash's goons. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking to Splash.
True, shut the fuck up. He was just saying to get off the point. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
fuck, no, what? I mean, wait. Listen, if he can't disprove my
Garrick is
characters,
here.
what-
Garrick is here. Can
No,
Garrick
no,
give me
no,
the
No,
proof?
I don't want Garrett to talk. No,
Don't let it
hey,
be an arena, just-
no, I don't want Garrett to talk. Stop. If you need the other boys to jump in, that's fine. I don't need anyone to jump in.
All right, if you're not gonna get, no one's jumping you, dude.
No,
if
that's fine.
you are
So,
not gonna
like I
provide
said,
the evidence, I'm dismissing your point.
Again,
and you can
so
move on.
this entire debate is just been you shifting the burden of proof, right? So
No,
we have the recording.
The original point is for you to prove he has a measurable speed with speed alone.
Oh
That's
my.
it, True.
No, because you
That's
said he
it, True.
because you, and you're
That's
okay.
it, True.
You're saying he uses the
You
device,
got one
and I've
job
been
right now.
asking you.
You got one job.
I've been not okay.
You got one
Okay,
job.
that's fine.
Do your
It's
one
fine.
job. Do it.
Okay, so this nigga's just gonna run away from the point. It's fine. I've been recording this entire time.
I'm at the point. There's
you-
no point there,
We've
though.
both been recorded this entire time. I've got my character immeasurable. What do you have your
All right,
character
yeah,
at?
shut up, True. Get
What do
some
you have your
evidence. Come
character-
back. Get all the help you need, dude. Get all the help you need.
Hey, dog. Hey, dog.
Get
listen.
your boys.
Hey,
Get
dog,
all the
listen.
help you need
Hey,
and
dog,
come
listen.
back when you got a
Hey,
case.
hey, at least I'm not scared to debate in a public fucking
Hey,
server. You're
child
just hiding
labor.
in your little
Prove-
rocking
prove-
rat hole
Y'all
with all
keep
your
trying to-
goons in here,
y'all
nigga.
keep trying to-
Hey, nigga.
Y'all keep
Hey,
trying to
nigga.
jump
Hey,
me.
hey,
You
nigga.
don't want the room, so
Okay,
you're
hold
an
on. Wait,
idiot.
just pull up in a public server. I don't know why you're so scared. Why are you so
I can't prove my
scared?
point till I call you a
Hey,
child
hey,
diddler.
it's fine. You
I call you a child diddler.
you can
That's
stay
what
in here
Aaron
with all your
told me.
underage children.
That's
It's
what Aaron
fine.
told me.
No, it's
Knock
fine.
off parrot. Shut
It's
the
fine.
fuck
Knock
up.
off.
Oh my God.
I don't know why you think I'm a power.
You're a knockoff parrot. You're not even as good
Knock
as
off
parrot.
power. Who said I was
Yeah,
as
you're
good
a
as
knockoff.
power?
You're the dollar store
Who said I was
version.
as good as power? I don't. I just debate for fun. I don't
You
know what
have
the
an
fuck is
accent and you say stupid shit.
I
know you're not good.
Oh
You
yeah,
literally
I
admitted
knocked
you're
him
not
off because
good,
I have an
so shut
accent.
up.
I knocked him off because I have an accent. Okay, nigga.
Yeah, and you goon on
Yeah,
Discord.
this
That's all you
nigga out
do. That's all
here-
you're good for.
This nigga out here
Yes, I'm
fucking
really out
hiding
here,
in his
True. I
rat
got
hole.
evidence you
This
don't.
nigga hiding
You
in
don't
his
even
rat
have
hole.
evidence.
It's fine. You
don't
can,
have. This isn't
you
even
can
a rat
spend
hole.
the
It's a
entire.
Discord server. You know what a
can-
rat hole is?
You can.
You can't make a single claim you can prove.
You can sit out here fucking shifting the
You
burden of
literally
proof
can't
all
make
debate.
anything.
Hey,
You
it's
literally
fine.
can't make any
Hey,
proof. You can
keep
prove,
shifting
like,
the
it's
burden of proof.
crazy.
It's fine. It's fine. So do you have any other?
The burden of proof is on you if you're trying to make the point.
So what do you have? What do you have your character speed at? Since my character is immeasurable.
Okay, you don't have your character at any speed?
I definitely have my character immeasurable. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you don't.
I have my character immeasurable. Cause you
Show me him doing it with speed alone.
Hey,
I'll wait.
so
I'll be quiet while you
I
prove
saw
it,
him
'cause you
running
keep
and then you
saying, "Let
said
me
he used
talk."
the device.
I'll wait.
You said he's trying to he uses device. So hey, can you prove he used the device? No. Alright, so we've all heard him say he needs to use the device. He can't prove how he uses the device. Does he just press a button? Does he run? Does he have to use it to stay? He can't prove that. So there you go. I mean,
Has he ever demonstrated the ability to run through time with speed alone?
Yeah, we see him running to.
No,
speed
you
and then-
don't. Dummy. You needed the cosmic treadmill.
Okay, so he needs it. So you just stated.
Yeah, just give me one more
he-
feet, dog. Just
he
give me one
needs
more
it.
feet.
He needs it. Did you say he needs it?
Just show
Did
me
you
him
say
doing
he
it
needs
without
it?
an object.
Splash.
Just show me him doing it without
Or did you
anything,
not say he
please.
needs it?
Please, just show
Did
me.
you or did you not say he needs it?
True, I will give you
Did-
$50 to show me right now.
Did
Give me your Patreon,
Hey,
you broke
hey,
motherfucker. I will
hey,
send
hey,
you shit right now.
Hey, did
Please,
you?
show
Did
me.
you or did you not say he needs it?
$100.
Did you or did you not say he needs it?
$150.
Did you or did you not say he needs it?
200.
Did you or did you not say he needs it?
Oh my
Did
God, hurry
you or
up and
did
give
you
me
not
the
say he
proof.
needs it? Did you
Give me the
or
proof.
did
He can do
you
it with
not
speed alone.
say he needs it?
Are you cool with
Did
Jade?
you?
Just end the
Did
point.
you
Just end the-
or
just end
did
the
you
point.
not say he needs it?
So Jade can explain it to him.
Jade's gonna
Okay, I end the point. I've been trying to end the point because there's nothing here. Go ahead, Jade.
Okay. Like this doesn't necessarily have to be a debate. I just want to like understand why you think this. The issue that I had with the analogy that you made of like, oh well, when I go outside, I don't need shoes, right? Just because I'm using the shoes doesn't mean I actually need them to go outside, right, and walk, right? But like the issue with that is that that's already a given that you don't need them. He's asking you to demonstrate that he doesn't need them.
What do you mean
The
demonstrate that? he doesn't?
fucking machine.
Yeah, but then so
Because
that's
he's just saying that like, if,
Yeah.
okay.
But that's why.
he's
Okay,
just
so
saying,
Jade,
like,
that's
okay,
why I
it's-
asked him how does the treadmill function, right? Because if the treadmill functioned as in he pressed a single button and then he traveled through time, then I would be okay, yeah, he doesn't. But if the treadmill functions just to keep him in one spot as he's running, so that he doesn't like run around the earth and he runs through time, then he'd still have immeasurable speed. So the function is my initial question, because he's
Right,
arguing about it, right?
But the issue is that with the whole like function, he already admitted that he doesn't know the function, and that
Okay, then
even
we would,
if we don't know the function, he's just saying that like it's abductive. It's like if you analyze all of these things just from observation, okay, he's never done it without this machine. It's never been
Yeah,
spoken
but-
about
but-
traveling through time
But the
even
problem is,
before the machine.
depending on how the machine
He's
works,
only doing it now with the machine.
depending on how
so
the
it's
machine
probably
works.
the case that he needs
Yeah,
it.
but depending on how the machine works, right? It would change his speed. You agree, right?
I agree that if there is one possibility where the machine works in some sense where he is still immeasurable.
Yep.
But it's just the case that there's a more probable outcome, and that's all he's saying.
But I mean, since if we're talking about a treadmill, this is like the function of the treadmill is to run, right? You know, he lets you run, and we know the Flash's power is to like run. So I would assume that he'd be using his speed, right? And he would either use his speed to power it, or he would stay in one spot, and then
So then why do you dismiss the other things that point to him not being immeasurable, such as the fact that they've never spoken about this before this?
What do you mean?
He's never even said he had the capability. The capability was never even brought up after.
I mean,
before this moment.
because people.
The capability was never even brought up during it. It was
Well,
just
I would
he
just
needs
put that down to like the story. I mean, people couldn't shoot force lightning until they could. I mean, like it just because an ability
Plus,
comes out
like,
that would have been useful
I wouldn't
before.
make an equivalence to like our treadmills because the issue that, like, for example, like the CW treadmills, they're not meant to like let you run so then you can fucking stay in one place, right? That's not their whole like thing. That's a feature, sure, but that's not what why they are like that.
Yeah,
What's
but
the
then
function or how he uses them. So I wouldn't like just necessarily like make the equivalence between that and ours.
well, I mean, then we have nothing to go off to say that this treadmill. Like, so what do we assume? So there's a bunch of possibilities, and and this is his evidence, right? So he would need to prove whichever
Well,
possibility.
the claim is that he's immeasurable, and the claim that the negation is that he's not. That's what he's saying. So if all of these possibilities that he's immeasurable and that he's not immeasurable, right?
Yeah, but
Then why would we assume the possibility that he's immeasurable?
the possibilities only come from his end on using the treadmill, right?
What'd you say, my bad? I
The
didn't hear you.
possibilities come from his hand and him using the treadmill.
What? What do you mean?
Because I say he goes through time as we see, right? Like, you know, he states he goes through time, and then he says, oh, okay, they explain that he used the treadmill to go through time, and then
Okay.
so then he's the one saying that. So then I'm asking for the function of this treadmill because we know he can still go through time, but the function of the
Okay.
treadmill
He's
is what's
saying
most
that.
important.
Wait. Okay. He's saying that he needs the treadmill, right? So then, but then more so, that's just a side claim. The main claim is about his immeasurable speed.
Yep.
So it's just like a side. It's like a premise and a conclusion, like a claim, right? So
Yep.
like the fucking you'll have the premises, so that can just be a premise, right? But the claim is the negation to yours, which is that he's immeasurable. So if you want to say that he still has a burden on the treadmill thing, and even on the negation part, sure. But we would just not say that he's immeasurable.
Based on, hold up.
Based upon the fact that there are other possibilities. I'm not even going to say that it's more probable. It's going to steal me, right? There's other equally possible things that could be the case, right? There's all of these things. Why would we say that he's immeasurable?
Because so I would then say, oh, so since we have no information based on
My
like,
bad. I got a notification. It made you sound quiet.
I would say, okay, so we know that he uses a treadmill, and we know that functions of treadmills allow you to run, and so we don't know how we don't know how this treadmill specifically functions.
So then you're
But we're
just going to go
assuming-
back to it being more likely.
Yeah, because we're assuming he's going to have to run on the treadmill, right? And we're
So
assuming
then how
that.
can you say that this is more likely than another thing that also has things going for it?
Yeah,
Both have things connected.
so what's his argument? I mean, I guess you made all his
Where do you
arguments,
go
but it's
from
fine. But so what's his argument against
No, well, I steal man. I said, let's say like Splash was like wrong about that. He has no evidence. Like, they're still like they both have things like connecting them. They both still have things saying, okay, this is the likely possibility.
Yeah, no, but
and
my
it's pointing to-
possibility
so then
would
where
be
do we
more
go
likely.
from there to
No,
say
but
that
my
he's immeasurable?
possibility would be more likely because we
But how can you say that?
because we look at the function of the object, right? If I say, oh, I
How
use
do you say that's more? How do you say that's more valuable in pointing to what's more likely than the fact that he's never talked about having the capability?
yeah, but
without
I'm
the
saying that
treadmill.
in a
He's never
story,
done this thing
a cow
without
to bringing
the
up a random
treadmill.
possibility in a story, a cow to bring up a new ability in a story just randomly doesn't mean that that doesn't disprove them having this ability. People didn't have force lightning in Star Wars until they had force lightning.
Okay, wait,
Yeah,
I'm
and if
just
they
saying-
don't demonstrate it, they don't have it, dude.
I don't
I'm
know.
saying that
Hey,
like
listen.
he didn't have the capability without the treadmill, and they never talked about
No,
this and that.
you need to
There's
prove that the
also
treadmill gave him
then
something.
there's also
You
but
need to
then
prove.
you again you're holding on to the thread of the equivalence of our treadmills. But I told you that I don't know why you would make this equivalence, because like cosmic ones, like from the ones from the CW show, I don't know how they work and whatever you're talking about. The ones from the CW don't work the way we do.
Yeah, I mean the
fucking-
okay, sure. The ones from the
reasons and
comics don't work
functions.
the way ours work either, right? But
So then how can you
I
make
don't
the
know why the
equivalence and
CW
say
has.
this?
But why does the CW have any effect on the DCEU?
No. I'm just making the example that the CW has different ones, and I'm saying that whatever you're
Sure,
talking
a
about,
bunch of
like,
different verses
yeah,
have
I'm just saying
different
that, like,
things.
isn't I'm just asking a question now.
Mhm.
So like, isn't it for Flash's whole story, like, or like the whole treadmill, isn't it literally called the Cosmic one? Isn't it like a fucking modified special one?
I'd in the comics, sure,
It's
but
not just a normal one you'd find in like a gym, right?
yeah, sure, but we still see that the
So
function
then
is
how can you make the equivalence?
so like I said, the function of it allowing you to like run, you need to prove that it somehow gave him energy or gave him the ability to do something he didn't have the ability to do before.
That's not the claim. The claim is that there's another possibility, and it's the fact that it's not the same as ours. Therefore, you can't make an equivalence. You can say, sure, this is also a possibility, right?
Mhm.
But how can you make this equivalence if there's literally it's called the cosmic treadmill? Like it's fucking way different. Like all the features are different. Maybe not this feature specifically, but how do you know that
but
this
we
is the
we
main one
also
they're
don't know.
pointing to?
We also don't know if this thing gives them any new abilities, right? So what it is we
Well,
would
we
have
know that
to.
it's modified,
to-
and we
to-
know that.
No,
the
we
Flash
don't
stories
know
talk
it's
about if you can
modified.
time travel.
We don't even know it's
Wait,
modified.
you said that it was modified.
I said in the
It's
comics, I
not
said
just a normal one from a
I
fucking
said in the
random
comics it is modified to do something different. I'm not fully sure about I don't know the exact
gym. Okay,
specification
what
in the comic.
treadmill you're talking about now, right?
Do we don't know any?
Is it just a normal? Is it like a normal standard one you'd find in a gym?
I don't know. He brought it up.
Okay,
He needs to prove
does it
he
look
needs
the
to.
same as one you'd find
We
in the
don't
gym?
see it.
So
It's on him
so
to
you
prove that
think
it's different from a regular treadmill.
Well, what's its name? I'm gonna ask that. Does it have a name?
Hold on.
Isn't it called Cosmic Treadmill?
Let me check. Yeah, it's called Zack Snyder confirms. Yeah, Cosmic Treadmill.
Okay.
Why
would they
why
make
can't that just be the
differentiation
name?
Between
Why can't
no,
that
I'm
just
not
be the
saying
name of
that-
his treadmill?
wait. Hold on. No, I'm not saying that it can't be this, it can't be that.
Mhm.
I'm just arguing that there are a bunch of other possibilities
Yeah.
that you're not considering.
I agree. There's a bunch of possibilities. I mean, you agree that it could be possible that this treadmill has buttons that just teleport you through time, right? That's a possibility.
Hold on, I just got a Gmail.
Right? That's a possibility. But I'm saying,
Fucking God.
so I'm saying that I'm saying
Okay.
that if we're taking the least assumptions, hey, a treadmill gives you normally gives you the function to run on it, and lets you run in a spot.
Yeah, but it sounds modified.
But you can't prove it's modified. We can just say it's
But
the name of it.
wait. I'm just saying that it's possible that it's modified. It's
Yeah,
the cosmic
sure.
treadmill. I'm not making wait. Hold on. I need to make this distinction.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not making this like name fallacy, right? I'm saying that if it's called the cosmic treadmill and they have like a gym treadmill or something, right?
Mhm.
Maybe it could be the case that they're just calling it special or something, right?
Mhm.
But I feel like if you have something and it's called the cosmic treadmill, I feel like that it might have a reason.
It might, but you can't
So-
prove that it's modified in any way.
The point, oh my God, the point isn't to definitively prove it. The point is that it's a possibility. So that since there's this
Wait,
possibility.
wait, hold up, but
and I'm
wait,
just
wait.
saying that
Can you
it's
prove
a
it's not?
likely
Hold up,
possibility.
here.
Wait,
Stop.
wait,
Can you
hold on.
prove it's not the name of it?
Wait,
Can you prove
wait,
that he didn't
wait,
just
wait,
call it the cosmic? Like, what if he
Holy
just?
fuck, True, I wasn't getting that aggressive with you.
Okay, sorry, my bad. It's just, I'm still heated from that fuckboy splash. Sorry, actually.
Yeah.
Well, hey, nigga, shut the fuck up. Hey,
That's
hey.
crazy.
You let
That
your
is
child debate for you. Hey,
crazy.
Splash, go back to being quiet.
That
I'm
is
talking. Hey,
crazy.
Splash. I'm talking to someone else now. I'll get back to you after. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, hurry up.
Hey,
and make
nigga.
sense.
Hey, shut up. Shut up. Sorry, Jade. Let's
Hurry up.
continue. Let's continue, Jade.
Okay.
Sorry about that
I'm just
retard.
saying, right? I'm just saying that the fact that it's named this, I just feel like that's a likely possibility that it has a reason for being named that. So if there's that possibility, I feel like that you should consider that and you just.
What? I mean, but then you're just. Wait, who deafened him? Oh, rip.
What's the debate?
DCU Superman versus MCU. I mean, versus MCU Thor.
No. nigga Splash driving home right now from work. I'm dead.
Jesus Christ. Lord in heaven.
Yeah, I don't have to sit down and concentrate my willpower to debate True.
Yeah, but you needed to
I'm
call
actually
it.
on a walk right now.
But you needed the child to take over to
said he-
explain your arguments better for you. It's fine.
Yes, apparently a 13-year-old is what is needed to
Well,
talk to you.
apparently a 13-year-old can
Although
make
you're
better
not even
arguments than you.
understanding.
I mean, it's fine.
So does it make sense? So you agree with him?
No, I said wait, hold up. Making better arguments, does that mean his arguments are
Do you
correct?
agree with him? What is
No.
better about his arguments?
I think he just has better rhetoric than you.
How is he making a better argument?
I said I think he has better rhetoric than you, and
Rhetoric doesn't
he
inherently
has
mean
hold up.
argument. That's
and
silly.
he's
That is
able
silly.
to he's able to state his arguments from premise to conclusion in a much more succinct manner than you are, based on my.
I literally
based on
made my point, and I asked you to
Sorry,
show me
yeah.
speed, and he's saying there's equal probability. That's also something I said.
No, I don't agree with him either. I don't know why that's changing.
So he
anything.
didn't make a better argument.
I said he's better at arguing than you. I don't
Damn.
know.
Damn.
I said he's better than arguing than you, but sure.
Yo, I want some popcorn, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Look, bro. It came on here high as shit,
Oh, is that Leon?
bro. Hell yeah.
Oh, Leon hit the good stuff then.
Yeah, man.
So, do you
Bro.
want to continue, or are you done? Because I definitely think you have not proved that my character doesn't have immeasurable speed.
Is Aeroflame better than you at debating?
Yeah, Arrow's better than me.
Okay, I'll just do this debate tomorrow with Arrow.
Arrow doesn't debate DC Superman.
He doesn't
No.
at all.
He just watches the movies, doesn't debate it.
Can you at least ask him?
Sure, I can ask him. So you done?
Well, you haven't provided evidence, so yeah, I'm kind of done at this point.
Bro, drink some juice, bro.
Okay. Oh yeah, Kappa Kappa DM'd me asking why you banned him.
I banned him from my Star Wars server.
So he's allowed in this server?
I didn't say that. I said I banned him from my Star Wars server.
Oh,
He
so
pulled
he's-
up to my Star Wars server at random.
So he's not banned this from this server.
No, I'm just not inviting him.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll DM him and ask him. Okay.
Yeah, he joined the wrong server because someone sent out the wrong server invite.
Alright, so like, is there any other debates gonna happen?
No, that seems
Yeah,
to be
about
it.
your ugly ass hairline.
What?
So we
boy?
done here?
I guess we're done here, yeah.
Okay, sure.
We can't seem to move on from the point. So.
I mean,
Alright.
wait, do you have do you have what do you call it?
I guess we'll just say our points for the record on why we couldn't move from this point. Like we'll say why we believe we were right on the point. Is that fair?
Splash,
Sure.
Splash, you need a win con.
I'll try to take over by moderating. 'Cause I'm-
Okay, sure. Go. Make a point.
Okay, so I believe you dropped the point on him having immeasurable speed because in order to have immeasurable speed, you have to blatantly show that you can travel throughout time with speed alone, nothing else, and you failed to demonstrate he could do it with speed alone, nothing else.
Okay, so I said my character has a immeasurable speed because we see him travel through time, and then he said, oh, he uses this device to travel through time, and I said, okay, how does he use this device? And you were unable to prove that he needed to, or that or how he uses this device. So I think my character has immeasurable speed and just speed blitzes and one shots your character. So we done
All right,
here.
that's fine.
You can stay in your fucking rat hole